and farewell to everybody.
Connection in the South Pacific, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, I would now like to introduce our two student affairs representatives who have been the spokesman for the
Well, I think I got you beat because you found out yesterday. I found out when I registered. And Brad, you called my sister-in-law's house and left a message. She had no idea who Brad was. Anyway, so this is about a 30-minute preparation here. First off, I want to thank the students for selecting me and Keith as your representatives. I want to thank the pros for their time, their efforts. Seems like every day that I play, when I put on my swing extender, Bruce, I think of you. Greg, when I play the courses, and I think of the penals, and is this a penal, a whole strategic course or a heroic hole? Ray, anytime I go in the water, it's always, what would Ray do here? And anything with history, of course, Flash. And Brad, I have to commend you for turning around my putting. We took a V1 lesson. I wasn't putting very well, and Brad, you can attest to that. Brad's turned my putting around. Second off, I want to thank the students for the time that we've spent together. Even though, as Dr. Fisher says, the guys with salt and pepper. A lot of you guys took me in. We had a great time together. Some of you could be my sons and daughters. I have a daughter that's as old as some of you guys. And here we hung around for 16 months together, so thanks for your friendship. For no further ado, for the family and friends, I'd like to introduce my cohort here, Keith Dowdy, but for our classmates, the Donk.
All right, here we go. Probably the one guy that none of the students want to see up here speak. So we had some serious stuff that we covered. I got a speech glasses. Love is fleeting like sands of time slipping through the air. No, that's my Russian mail order bride letter. Many years ago, when I was a young boy, that's memoirs, that's wrong. Oh, here it is. Told me to keep it short, but I had 2 weeks notice, unlike everybody else. So I wrote it in big print, didn't need glasses. Right. So here we go. You're going to be nervous. Try not to read off the paper. Title: The more things change, the more they stay the same. First off, I'd like to apologize to all of those whose lives I've touched during the tenure here at the golf course. It's unfortunate that you happened to sign up at the same time I did. Maybe your post-academy life, you'll get a few more breaks. Secondly, it should be noted that I'm doing this speech under protest, because I tried to submit my speech outline for extra credit and was told that the grades had already been posted. Okay, now we can move on to the business at hand. I want to cover some of the people and memories that helped make this Golf Academy experience special and something to remember. Special thanks go to the teachers, including Brad Turner, who helped me gratefully with placements, with the hiring of excellent staff, and to his wife, who also helps interview some of those staff. Appreciate your time and efforts. Alan Flashner, who we already know is known as Flash, for his efforts on behalf of all the students. Special projects that he works on, including placement, but things that sort of go unsung that everybody had an opportunity to partake in, like the time at the Golf Channel, the PGA show, Bay Hill, and Tavistock Cup and things like that. So Flash, thank you very much from everybody for that extra effort. Greg, who was the best dresser, teacher-wise, at the academy. I think in a former life he was a polo model. I can't get into clothes that size. I'd also like to thank him for his insights and for his leadership. Personally, for me, the putting help that I received and for helping keep me grounded. A lot of times, I would get nervous and stuff before tests, and Greg would remind me that, I think we all know a lot more than we give ourselves credit for. So, Ray, the rules Nazi, super job in the tournaments and the open play. We all appreciate that. Bruce, back in the day when you were a player, tore a his arm, and pulled a tibia or whatever it was. Always getting us to aspire to the push draw. I think it's somewhere right up in here. Some water here. Hydration. That brings us to Dr. Fisher. Dr. Fisher's unorthodox teaching style and unique outlook on the issues, and the fact that he always instilled in us that this is a career and not a job. I think above all, he was one of the class favorites. And Dr. Fisher, I appreciate your time that you spent with us, even though you have so many other projects going. Although he's not here, who can forget George, Captain Devitt. Always entertaining, always wants to go to Hooters. But the thing that I noted about George was that he always cared very much about the students and about how they were doing. And I personally appreciated that quite a bit. And I don't want to forget all of the other teachers and staff for being there as we went through the process of expanding our minds. Now we move on to the fun stuff. The memorable student awards. And I'm trying to keep this short, so bear with me. We're calling these the Donkey Awards this year. This might be your first, Brad, I'm not sure. But, let's start with the special nicknames, and there was a lot of them. Maine, Jungle Book, Rabbit, Fat Lip, Monkey, and who could forget Two Bills? And those are just for Brandon Allen. Most of you don't even know Brandon because no one ever calls him by his real name. Stand up, bro, and take a bow. This won the award for most nicknames. Next. Okay. Bigsby. I saw him washing his car with these bad boys. Can anyone guess who these are? They're definitely not mine. Although, they are kind of nice. Kudos goes to Brian Waite, who did something that I was hoping to do, but I think I gained the weight that he lost. Brian Waite is a shadow of his former self, and kudos goes out to him. The most weight lost during one semester at Moore. I was in the running for that for about 30 minutes, but when Brad told me about Buttaloo's. Next, the Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Deborah Jacobs, who's finally graduating after being with the school since 1972. Well, thanks for bringing your boyfriend. You could have worn a tie. To Brian Hollins, an award for best putter in school. Oh, my bad. That's best left-handed putter in school. Congratulations goes out to him for winning semester in tournament. If you ever need a chubby, gray-haired, middle-aged caddy, give me a call. Just like the Academy Awards, the Donkeys also have some lesser awards, or should I say lesser-known awards to be politically correct, given out during the week. Some of those are Best Cook for Papa Stock. Thanks for all the great meals, buddy. Appreciate that. Biggest philanthropist, Matt Earnhardt, for his donations to the poor. Savviest veteran, Keith Groom, for his unparalleled skills in handling a cigarette at a golf club at the same time. Best Irish dude in an uncontested category, Alan Cumroy. Best French dude, again not contested, Gilles Roy. Not Gilles Roy, not Giles, not Jim. I think you got a Jim, but Gilles Roy. I got your back, mon ami. Best dressed students, male, Ralph D. Ralph, please get a little dirt in your shoes once in a while, making the rest of us look bad. If I have to hear Dr. Fisher say nice shoes one more time, I might puke on your shoes. Best dressed female, Jen Mabey. Always a pleasure to see you every morning. Well, Jen also wins a second award in a newly added category, Best Out-of-Town Visitor. Hi, Lindsay. God bless you. Biggest equipment sellout, by far Brandon Cook. Hogan rules. Best meeting place, I'm sure everybody will attest to this. Cowboys, for their excellent patio washrooms, and the photo booth is a nice touch. And last but not least, the Everybody's Hero Award, which goes to the only person from the graduating class without a nickname, Ben Jones. He wins the coveted award for being, well, Ben Jones, I guess. Congratulations to all the Donkey Award winners and to all the Academy Award winners as well, academic award winners as well. Special congrats goes to those who passed their PAT, which is one of my best memories and accomplishments here at the Academy. And in closing, on a more serious note, we've all seen a lot of things happen during the 18 months spent here at the school. Some good, some bad. To name a few, a local boy shooting just around the corner over a pellet gun. Mass murder over an Xbox video game. Small hurricane here in Florida, and a much larger one of disastrous proportions in Louisiana, and the issues that followed that, which affected even some of the students in this room. Let's not forget the war in Iraq, which continues as I speak. A heartfelt thanks goes to those who protect us, both here and abroad. Mr. Brennan. Not that I'm a political speaker or have any agenda or anything like that, but I mention these things to help put my life, our lives, in perspective. To realize how lucky we are to have had this opportunity and to take it and do something important with what we have been given. Through all of these things and through whatever personal struggles that crossed your paths during these days, we persevered. Students came and went, but as those of us who are still in this room today that have so much to be proud of and a bright future ahead. Overall, I think most of us will agree that we've had a wonderful experience here at the Golf Academy. Some of it has to do with what we learned. Some of it comes from how much we have learned and grown. But most of what we take away involves the people, the relationships built, the characters, the lifelong friendships, the camaraderie, and the spirit of who we are. And the time spent together doing the things that we did. So I guess it's true. The more things change, the more they stay the same. The people. These are the memories we will cherish the most. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith and Keith. I guess I forgot to say just a brief speech on that, but that was very nice, very, very good. Okay, next I'm going to introduce our Associate Director, Greg Gossick, who is going to present the Conrad Reilly Achievement Award and also recognize a few other students.
Thank you. Tough act to follow there, Keith. First of all, congratulations to everybody on your graduation. Great, great class, okay? At this time, like to present the